My dad dropped my suitcase on the porch and said, "You're 18 now. Figure it out." No warning, no plan, just done. My mom stood behind him with her arms crossed like this was normal, like this was parenting. I remember looking at them, waiting for someone to laugh, to say it was a joke. It wasn't. The door closed, and just like that, I didn't have a home anymore. But what they didn't know was that years later, the one person they always ignored was going to change everything. I wasn't a bad kid. I didn't get into trouble, didn't sneak out, didn't party. If anything, I stayed out of the way. Too much, probably. But in our house, that didn't matter, because I wasn't the favorite. My older brother was, always had been. He just needs more support, my mom would say. He has bigger pressure, my dad added. So everything went to him. Time, money, attention. And me? I got whatever was left. When I turned 18, I thought things might change. That maybe I'd finally be treated like family. Instead, I got a suitcase. No more free ride, my dad said. You need to learn responsibility. Funny, because my brother was 22, still living at home, still being funded. I didn't argue, didn't beg, because something in me already knew there was no point. That first night, I slept on a friend's couch. No plan, no savings, just survival. I worked whatever jobs I could find. Retail, delivery, late night shifts, anything that paid. Slowly, things started to come together. A small apartment, better job, stability, nothing fancy, but mine. And through all of it, there was one person who never treated me like I was disposable. My grandfather. He didn't have much, lived in an old house, kept things simple. But every time I visited, he made space for me. "You're doing fine," he'd say, even when I felt like I wasn't. He never asked why I got kicked out, never judged, never compared me to my brother. He just showed up, quietly, consistently. Sometimes I'd help him around the house, fix things, clean up. Other times, we'd just sit and talk. He told me stories about his life, about mistakes, about people he trusted, and people he shouldn't have. Looking back now, I realized something. He wasn't just talking. He was teaching me, preparing me, because he knew something I didn't, something my parents definitely didn't. Years went by. I built my life from nothing. No help, no safety net, just work. And eventually, I stopped thinking about them, my parents, their house. That night, until one phone call changed everything. It was early morning. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer. "Is this you?" the voice asked. "Yes, I'm calling about your grandfather." My chest tightened. "He passed away this morning." Silence. Heavy. Final. I don't remember much after that. Just sitting there, trying to process it. Because he wasn't just family. He was the only one who ever made me feel like I belonged. The funeral was small, quiet, simple, just like him. And then, after everything, a man approached me. Suit, briefcase, serious. "I'm the executor of your grandfather's estate," he said. Estate? That word didn't fit him. "I need to speak with you," he added. I frowned. About what? He looked at me, then said something that made absolutely no sense at the time. "You might want to sit down." Because apparently, my grandfather hadn't just been watching my life quietly. He'd been planning something, and whatever it was about to change mine completely. I sat down across from him, still trying to process everything. Grief, confusion. That word, estate. It didn't fit my grandfather, not the men I knew. He opened the folder slowly, organized, clean, official. "Your grandfather left a will," he said. I nodded. Okay, I expected something simple. His house, maybe. A few savings. Nothing major. But then he said, "You are the sole beneficiary." I blinked. Wait. What? "He left everything to you," the lawyer repeated. Everything. That word hit differently this time. "What about my parents?" I asked. "And my brother?" He adjusted his glasses. "They are not included." Silence. Not included? That didn't make sense. They were his family too. "There must be some mistake," I said. "There isn't." He slid the documents toward me. Property, accounts, investments. I stared at the numbers, then looked again, because my brain refused to accept it. This wasn't small. This wasn't a little something. This was life-changing. "I don't understand," I said quietly. "He never lived like this." The lawyer nodded slightly. He didn't believe in showing it. That sounded like him. But why me? I asked. The lawyer paused, then reached into the folder again and pulled out a letter. He wanted you to have this, he said. My hands felt heavy as I opened it. His handwriting, shaky, familiar. If you're reading this, it started. Then I'm gone, and I hope you're still standing strong. I swallowed. I watched how they treated you, the letter continued, and I watched how you handled it. My chest tightened. You didn't break. You didn't beg. You built your own life. Tears blurred the words. That's why this is yours. Not because you needed it, but because you earned it. I stopped reading for a second, just breathing. I didn't leave it to them, he wrote, because they only value things when they think they deserve them. But you value things because you know what it's like to have nothing. My hands were shaking now. Don't let this change you, the letter ended. Just let it free you. I lowered the paper slowly, and for a moment, I couldn't speak. Not because of the money, but because someone saw me. All those years, someone noticed. The lawyer gave me time. Didn't rush. Didn't interrupt. Finally, I asked, what happens now? He gave a small professional smile. Now, it's yours. It didn't take long for my parents to find out. Of course it didn't. News like that travels fast. My phone lit up later that night. My dad. First time he called in years. I heard about your grandfather, he said. No emotion. Just direct. Then, we should talk. We should talk. Funny, because they never wanted to talk before. I'm busy, I said. Calm. Simple. There was a pause. Then, this is family, he added. I almost smiled, because now, that word meant nothing. No, I said quietly. This is consequences. And I hung up. I didn't go back. Didn't explain. Didn't argue. Because I didn't need closure from them anymore. I already got it. From the one person who mattered. Funny thing is, the night they kicked me out, they thought they were getting rid of a burden. They had no idea. They were walking away from everything. As for me, I didn't feel rich. I felt validated. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't building just to survive. I was finally free. So tell me, if you were in my place, would you have given them a second chance? Or left things exactly where they stood?